Hello, people. It's me, Lumi, with my trusty grouse partner.
The Scroats.
And here I am today to review the new Strokes album, Reality Awaits.
I'm Julian Casablancas.
What?
Didn't you know, Psychic Pal?
Um.
Returning to self-imposed solitude.
God damn it, Grouse.
Hey, us being Strokes fans means that we are legally obligated to make fun of Julian every chance we get.
Well, true. But this video isn't about Julian's antics, it's about the music, which I've been a huge fan of for a while.
Didn't you say we should silence men when you first heard Julian's vocals?
That was a different time.
Yeah, that did change. A few years down the line, you were crying to yourself about how you'd never be as cool as them.
Hey, shut up, don't tell everyone that. Well, anyway, yeah, I've been a fan of this band for a while. Like a lot of people, I think Is This It is a masterpiece. Banger after banger songs throughout and ended up influencing a ton of the indie rock scene around the time. Bands like Interpol and Block Party. And Room on Fire was definitely a solid extension of that too, with Reptilia being one of their best songs ever. First impressions of Earth did have something of a mixed reception though, and I agree with that despite adoring You Only Live Once. And the album was followed up with a long hiatus. Then came Angles, which had its moments, and then Come Down Machine shortly after. Which, can I say something?
No.
I really like that album.
Didn't you say Can Julian shut up when you first heard 50-50?
Well, yeah, the album does have its weird detours, but most of it sees the Strokes at their grooviest, and I love that. But most people seem to not like it, and the band took another hiatus after it, with Julian starting to focus more on his new band The Voids that had two really well received albums.
I was gonna make a joke about you not having heard those albums yet when you were first writing the script, but apparently you heard them now, so I can't.
Yeah, and then came the new Abnormal, which was their quirkiest album yet, and it ended up seeing the most positive response a Strokes album saw since Room on Fire. However, then came a new Voice album that everyone hated, and the reception of that album seems to be carrying over to this pretty similar album. And yeah, I do agree with it. I'm not a big fan of this album either.
Why is that?
Well, first off, the vocals don't sound good.
Also, you're back to square one with them?
I wouldn't say so. I think the problem here is the autotune. Not that autotune is inherently bad, but I don't think it works well with Julian's delivery on these songs or the instrumentals they have. It just feels very off, put next to each other, and has the album experience just very sour. Even songs that have fun instrumentals like Tyrants of the Mellow Moon are hard to appreciate here. Same thing with Lonely in the Future, that not only has the autotune ruining it, but the lyrics on it are just kind of odd, like the Fantano disc, which just confuse me, like, why?
Damn, Julian X Fantano doomed Yaoi is real?
Hey, don't do real person fiction, please.
No, it's fine. Julian told me personally, real person fiction is fine.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, I think the instrumentals on this album do vary in quality generally. On one hand, the opener Psycho Shit just feels like a boneless version of Selfless with a very uninteresting guitar line. On the other hand, Dine and Dash is actually very cool. Having a cool riff, nice skittering percussion, and an unnerving vibe, along with the lack of autotune, has it my favorite. But ultimately, I think Falling Out of Love is the crux of why I don't like this album. It kills the momentum, drags on for too long, and is painfully boring in the spoken word parts, and actively annoying in the parts with autotune singing.
The autotune makes me wanna have a Julian Casectomy.
And by the end, the song is so draining that I just don't have the energy to enjoy the album after it. Like, I enjoy some of the remaining songs, like Going to Babylon and listen to individually. Liar's Remorse sounding a bit old-timey, and The Fruits of Conquest sounding kind of sunshiny are also elements I like about those songs. But listening to the album from start to finish, by the end of Falling Out of Love, I'm just so drained of all energy, and none of the remaining songs bring back my energy. So I'm just kind of sitting there tired listening to the album throughout. And that's why I really just don't like it.
So what you're saying is that song makes you fall out of love with the album.
So while there are moments on the album I appreciate individually, I never want to return to the experience of listening to it in full. And that's why I'm feeling a wet grouse on this album. And if you don't know what that means, look in the description where I explain the tiers. And if you want to tell me your thoughts on this album, be sure to do so in the comments. And if you like this review, be sure to like and subscribe. And of course, praise the grouse. If you have any feedback to share, I'm all ears as long as you're nice about it. That's all. Bye, people.